Hello people, and welcome to Crypto Exposed. XRP ETF expected as Ripple partner SBI enters US ETF market. Bullish. Okay guys, so real great news here as a potential. Now I will just want to say this isn't a guarantee, it's not a done deal, but very exciting and very promising. So let's get into it. SBI. Really bullish on XRP, and they have a great relationship with Ripple as well. Now these are guys who've been using XRP for a very long time now, and whenever they speak on Ripple and XRP, it's always positive. It really is, and they've done a few things with Ripple now at this point. So when they say they're entering into the ETF market, I would assume that they would be looking to go for an XRP ETF. I will be honest with you. That's what I would expect because they're just so bullish on XRP. Like, I've not really heard them speak about any other crypto, right? I've not heard them speak about Bitcoin, Ethereum. It really is only XRP I've heard them speak about. And, to me, this would make sense. Like, if it is SBI doing this, it would make sense. Now, look, I've said in the past, do I think that an XRP ETF would be coming anytime soon? I've said no. Like, I didn't really think we'd get one by, let's say, the end of this year, for example. I'd think we'd be looking more into like 2025 and beyond, like possibly a bit longer. But with this information now knowing that SBI coming into the US market, it's possible. Now, the reason why I wouldn't have seen this coming, to be completely honest with you, is because SBI, I believe, are based in Japan. So it's a bit random that they've, decided to get into the US market. But hey, if that's what they want to do, then that's what they want to do. But look, I will just say this, just because they have entered the US market, it doesn't guarantee that this is going to be about XRP, right? It really doesn't. So although, I think it's highly likely, I'll be honest with you, if they come in and then say, they want to make like a Bitcoin ETF, for example, while I would understand it, I would be a bit confused by it because I've just not seen them speak about Bitcoin or anything like that. I've only heard them speak about XRP, and they're so bullish on XRP. So for me, I would think this is what they would want to advocate for. So that's what I would think the logical conclusion would be to go for if they're getting into the ETF market. The other thing I will say is, obviously, look, one thing we just have to accept as a reality here. While Gary Gensler's in office, the likelihood for me to see them accepting an XRP ETF, in my opinion, is just slim. I just don't think they're going to accept that, right? Like, we already know that they've lost, part of the lawsuit. Gary's looked very silly in regards to that. He's got egg on his face. I just don't think they're going to be wanting to do Ripple any favors, anything that's going to benefit XRP. So even if this is what they're, trying to go for, whether it will get accepted, that's a whole other story in of itself, right? So it could be that SBI say, yeah, we want to try and go for an XRP ETF, but you could have the SEC just trying to knock them back. Now, one thing that I will say is, look, when we've looked at them in all these court cases that they've been having, they've been getting smacked about left, right, and center. They've been losing really badly. So the one thing I will say is, maybe out of fear of like getting sued again and, getting embarrassed again, maybe they would just accept this, right? Because, for example, with the Ethereum ETFs, we all thought that they was going to get rejected because when they put the Bitcoin ETFs through, they did say, look, like, this doesn't mean that we're accepting all cryptos now. This really is like a one-time thing. But then we saw that there was a political shift, right? Because the Democrats were realizing that they were losing votes just because of the fact that they're not supporting crypto. So they was realizing this is becoming a political issue. So there's a shift. So again, it could be that these kind of factors could contribute to Gary Gensler saying, hey, you know what? If we decline this, they're just going to sue us and then we're going to have to go through all that and then we'll end up having to do it anyway. Or, we might upset, our political party as well if we do this kind of stuff, so maybe we're just gonna have to accept it and put it through. So I really don't know where I would be in this regard as to where this could go. I'm really unsure, but the potential's there, right? The potential's there. To me, it would be great to see. We've already seen from Bitcoin what the ETF has done. So, it's making it more accessible for the average person. It'll make it, more value basically coming in because, the average Joe can now get into XRP and crypto without having to, hold a wallet and learn how to use crypto wallets and things like that, how to do transfers, etc., cold storage, all that stuff. So we already know it's a positive what it can do for, you know, the price, etc. So it would be great if we could get this. I'll be honest with you, I'm 50-50 on it as to whether it's going to happen, you know, but I believe the American presidency, I believe that happens in November. Is that right? So who knows? Maybe it could be a thing where they wait until the end of November to find out what's going to happen, who's going to take over, you know, and that could be something that helps shape the decision as to when they try and put this forward. They could say, like, for example, you know, maybe Gary Gensler won't be here after the next election, right? And so we'll just wait until that blows over, and then when we see whoever the next person is involved, from there, we'll obviously make the offer to them and see if they'll be willing to accept it. So, you know, there's a lot of moving parts to this right now, right? There's a lot of variables that could be going on as to how this is going to go, but it's definitely something I'm going to keep my eye on because, you know, I would love to see an XRP ETF, to be honest with you, would be great. So fingers crossed this is something that is going to happen, but if there's anyone who's going to try and advocate for it, I would think SBI, because, you know, SBI are really, you know, they're really optimistic about Ripple and they really love XRP. So, you know, it's great to see that they're getting involved into the ETF market, because I think they are going to be people who will champion Ripple and XRP. So they can help give that, you know, that extra helping hand in regards to trying to make this happen. So fingers crossed, let's see what happens. You know, I'm not going to commit one way or the other to saying this is or isn't going to happen, because I genuinely have no idea. So I'm not going to say either way, because I really don't know. And then, as I say, even if we get over that hurdle, like, is it going to happen that they apply for an ETF? Is that going to get accepted? Like, that's the next hurdle, right? So it's not as clear cut as if they go for it, then it's going to happen. You know, we're still going to see if it's going to get accepted. But yeah, I'm definitely hoping for this, and I'm sure you guys are too. So I'll keep an eye on it, and obviously if I see anything more interesting on this, then I'll keep you guys updated. But what do you guys think? SBI to go for an XRP ETF? Let me know your thoughts, guys. I'll be interested to hear. Thank you very much for watching this. If you did like it, please remember to drop a comment, like, and subscribe. But until next time, take care.